Like, who is the government? What are they really doing? What are these agendas and conspiracies? And one of the first thing that I started remote viewing was underground military bases, just to figure out what they're doing down there. And there was a lot going on. I mean, I stumbled across sort of genetic modifications and experiments, in an attempt to sort of create a super soldier. I also stumbled across a very large facility that essentially was creating clones, biological sort of duplicates of celebrities and politicians, which was very surprising to me.
The first person I've ever heard of to actually bring up cloning was Peter David Better. Was an American attorney and financier. Ran for governor of West Virginia in 1968 in the Republican primaries, although he lost to a Democrat. He was general counsel for Export-Import Bank of Washington. As a political and economic commentator, he worked for Wall Street luminaries, including Frank Pitts, a whole bunch of people. He was one of the part of the elite, but back in like the 60s and 70s. He was part of the establishment, so he became an establishment whistleblower.
Then, of course, there are clones. That is, creatures which are reproduced by artificial means and which are exact duplicates of an original. Clones of all kinds of animals have been produced successfully in the laboratory, but that is not what bothers people. In the recent past, it has been claimed that human clones are also possible, and that some may already be in existence. These last claims about human clones have been ridiculed, denied, and suppressed by all kinds of officials. The reason is that the idea of duplicate human beings impinges upon a super-secret realm of intelligence activities by both Russia and the United States. True clones are not involved, but something that bears a superficial resemblance to cloning is going on. And the last thing the powers that be want is for you and the public to have any hint about what is afoot.
Way back before anybody was saying the kind of shit that he says. Yeah, I typed his name in AI. AI gives a bullshit explanation. It says, Peter Better was a Washington attorney and conspiracy theorist known for his monthly audio tape series he recorded back in the 70s, late 70s and early 80s. He goes into how he said that the gold depletion, he famously alleged that the gold in Fort Knox was gone. People were saying that for a while, right? That the gold in Fort Knox, they took the gold out of the Fort Knox. That's where America's gold is or something.
Yeah. That's why FDR had to steal all our gold from the American people.
Yeah.
They didn't have any more, allegedly.
So then where did it go? That's the thing. Who got it? Or did they hide it somewhere?
Probably either in their bank accounts or like even their lizard people rulers.
Just some other faction took it. Apparently they said that when Peter Better said that in the 70s, it led to I guess the military went into Fort Knox to inspect it, and they said the gold is still here, but it might have been fake. I don't know. 1974.
Yeah, do you believe anything the government says?
Right, exactly. So,
Fort Knox Depository was built in 1936. The last time a gold vault was opened for someone other than a Treasury Department official was in 1943, when President Franklin Roosevelt visited. Since then, many members of Congress have questioned whether there really is gold in Fort Knox. Today's tour by a 9-member congressional team, headed by Illinois Republican Philip Crane and Kentucky Senator Dee Huddleston, proved it.
But he was one of the first people to say that. And he was also one of the first people to talk about what we know today as robo-toys, clones. He claimed that many political figures, including Jimmy Carter and David Rockefeller, have been cloned and replaced by synthetic, organic robo-toys. So if you can believe that. He's the first person to say that. So he's apparently, a lot of people have been saying they've been cloning people since the 60s. You know, politicians, celebrities, I don't know. So that's what a lot of people say. So we've had the technology for a while. Human clones and robo-toys, synthetic humans, people who, want to do good, then they end up replaced. The next big thing they're talking about cloning was it Dolly the Sheep? Is that it?
Well, the first scientific cloning was back in the 1890s. A guy named Hans Dreisch.
1890s?
Yep.
Not 1990s, 1890s.
1890s. He did experiments with some sea urchin embryos. He separated the cells of a very early embryo. Each separated cell developed into a complete organism. It showed that you could probably clone things from a single cell and create organisms.
Well, I would say something as simple as the urchin, like maybe with that, but like a complex organism, like a sheep, or especially like a person. Like, but that's for that time period.
It's just showing that it's possible, you know.
Oh, it's definitely possible. It's just that the scientific community and moral whistleblowers around the world just think that cloning is just, it's ungodly. It's just, it's something. We're playing God at that point, and we should.
Right, that's true.
Tonight, I ask you to pass legislation to prohibit the most egregious abuses of medical research, human cloning in all its forms, creating or implanting embryos for experiments, creating human-animal hybrids, and buying, selling, or patenting human embryos. Human life is a gift from our Creator, and that gift should never be discarded, devalued, or put up for sale.
When I found out they were cloning the sheep when I was a kid, this is like in the 90s, I was scared. I was like, oh shit, they can clone people. Of course, when I got older, you go down the rabbit hole, you realize, what if they've been cloning people already? I mean, I don't know.
Of course, the guy who figured it out was a German scientist, too. But his idea was to take a nucleus from a cell, insert it into an egg, and have its nucleus, the egg cell that had its nucleus removed, and then the egg could develop into a copy of the original organism. He called it fantastical experiment.
Wow.
Later, scientists actually performed it.
Wow. That's interesting. 1890s, yeah. Man.
Yep. The first actual true cloning experiment was in 1952. Scientists Robert Briggs and Thomas King successfully cloned frogs using nuclear. It was
wow.
Cloning experiment in animals, which in a short 10 years later, British scientist John Gurdon cloned frogs using adult cells instead of embryo cells, which also proved you could clone from cells.
Wow.
The big breakthrough that you brought up earlier was Dolly the Sheep in 1996. They were able to, it was the first mammal clone from an adult cell using somatic cell nuclear transfer, which involved removing the nucleus from an egg cell, inserting it into an adult sheep cell, stimulate the egg to grow into an embryo, and implant the embryo into a surrogate mother. What happened to Dolly after what they did after Dolly? They moved on to many different animals like cows, mice, pigs, goats, cats, dogs, monkeys. And that monkeys ones is kind of funny because you know where that leads into.
Yep, the next phase, and you know, with all this, you know, all this information coming out about child trafficking, Epstein Island, and Epstein, what they were doing, and his connections to, you know, the scientists at Harvard and many other scientists, makes you wonder, maybe they were doing some experiments on these Epstein human trafficked kids and people, and they experiment on that, on human cloning. Makes you wonder. Which goes into Clonade. You're the Clonade?
Yeah, it's that big corporation that apparently makes clones.
Clonade is an American-based human cloning organization registered as a company in the Bahamas, founded in 1997. And they say it's a very, very strange thing. And this is Wikipedia. They're saying it's connected or has a philosophical ties with the UFO religion Raelism, which is like a religious UFO cult or some shit.
And so now we have 3 scientists working almost full-time in a lab here in the United States with the major goal for us to produce a human embryo by human cloning.
Which sees cloning as the first step in achieving immortality. And that's some elitist shit. That's what the elites believe, right?
Yeah, I've actually never heard of that.
Yeah, I never heard of it either.
I know that clones, the elites want to make clones so they can, you know, eventually have a better body in case, you know, they get cancer or all kind of shit. But the thing about that is, how do you do a conscious transfer, you know?
That's the trick. That's the trick.
You can make know, but the same person is not going to be likely.
Mm-hmm. I've heard they can put the consciousness in it, but yeah, it's not going to be exactly the same person. It's still going to be maybe somewhat of the same person. I don't know. Of course, they can put someone else's consciousness in another body, but I mean, I don't know. Look up. You got your computer open?
Yes, sir.
Look up realism. You go to the Wikipedia, Raelism. You're going to be shocked at what the symbol is.
Raelism? Could you spell it again?
Raelism. You'll be shocked at what the symbol is.
Let me look. Oh, Jesus.
Y'all see it?
It's a mixture of the two greatest
powers in the universe, right?
Which is funny because apparently those two hate each other.
Been around for way longer than the Nazis were using it.
Yeah. We were talking about that the other night. Yep. I think that sign is actually the original, like the peace sign. Like what the Germans did was they flipped it kind of triangular. They inverted it. The original one was like this, and it had like dots in each corner.
Yeah, Buddhists used it as a
Buddhist, right?
And Buddhist, Taoists,
yep.
All cultures.
Harmony.
Yep.
Yeah, Hindus have used it as well, like the Sikhs, Hindu Sikhs.
That's right.
Use it. It's a big. Hell, there's a lot of cultures that have used it, even further back than that.
Yeah.
Lots of ancient cultures have used that symbol.
And it's like the yin and the yang. One side is yin, one side is yang, or like the male, the female, or the light and the dark, the good and the bad.
As above, below.
As above, so below. The Jedi, the Sith, light side, dark side of the Force. So again, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. I think that it's some sort of elite shit, like the elites. This is the elites' religion, or one of their religions. Their religion is realism, UFO religion, where they can, if they die, they can transfer their consciousness into a cloned body, and they can continue to live. Henry Kissinger, is that his name? Fatter than holy hell, but lived till he was almost 100.
No, I thought that was Orson Welles. No, I'm just kidding.
Make sure. Henry Kissinger. Yep. Died when he was 92, something. 90 or 100. He was born in 23, died in 2023. But of course, they can just have access to longevity, super long advanced technology that make them live long.
It's random, but it does relate back to the elitists. The elites can do anything. Look at Magic Johnson. He's had HIV for how many decades?
Yeah.
Did you survive HIV?
Yeah.
So it's just a thing that these elites, they do have the resources and the ability to do things that us common people cannot.
Yep, we can't do. Yep.
Yeah, it killed Eazy-E in like a matter of months.
Yep.
But
Yeah. He may have been poisoned though, but who knows?
That's what Suge Knight says.
Suge Knight said, yeah. I think Ice Cube said it too. Was Ice Cube? Yeah. Oh no, one of the rappers in Bone Thugs and Harmony. Who was it that mentioned cloning? It was a celebrity who was talking about cloning. Clonade?
Kid Buu?
Kid Buu. That's right. He mentioned clonade in one of his he was on an interview, right? Vlad TV.
I'm a second gen now. That's why you see the celebrity bursts say I'm born in Toronto, but that's false. My first gen was born in Jersey. However, I was cloned by Clonade in Canada. My model number is 0112568, if anyone wants to see the registration and Clonade.
Okay.
When I was cloned, they wiped a lot of memory, but when I stole the documents before escaping, I read that the mother was Puerto Rican and the father, the surrogate, you could say, was the sperm donor was the Sicilian.
Okay, so you were a test tube baby.
Yeah. Our mom.
Okay.
Single.
Where was your father around during that time?
I don't know. Like I said, a lot of the memories from Clonade were erased just so that way the new gen can move forward with whatever new programming was made. I think it's amazing that they even were able to make Gucci Man.
Right, because they cloned him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if Clonade did. I'm pretty sure like that was done from a separate company. But yeah, clearly
right. Everyone was saying he was cloned as soon as he got out of jail. He looked different. He talked different.
Yeah. Even his teeth, smile.
Right, he smiled a lot more.
Yeah, he did, definitely. I like
So
new
Gucci-
I like new Gucci. I like second gen Gucci.
Second gen Gucci. Okay, so Gucci was the first hip hop clone, but you're the second.
Maybe if there's others, I don't know.
You know.
I believe in a new norm now. I believe in a new norm of like through the creation and synthesis and DNA that we can live like immortal through clones and transfer our consciousness. I'm a living proof now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually looking.
Shout out Clonade. Shout out Clonade.
What's that?
Shout out Clonade.
Well, Percocets and stuff will do that to a person too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the rappers love to dabble in the narcotics.
Oh, yeah, all the drugs. Yep.
Part and parcel of being in that version of media.
Mm-hmm. They definitely give these celebrities drugs. They want them to take drugs, and I think it's to alter their mind so they can more easily control them.
I would say that I 100% agree with you. You can't have someone super influential and has a huge following and people listen, and they're not saying the message the government wants them to say.
Exactly, 100%.
Got to 100% silence those people.
Mm-hmm. So that goes into how these celebrities are controlled and how they sign these contracts, so they have to do what they're told, but they also have to not kind of go off grid thinking. And they're of course the influencers, influencing what the establishment authorities want you to do.
Like Kid Buu, he became popular in like 2017 between 2019 on SoundCloud. He claimed that he was created by Clonade and his original version died, but he had clones with different numbers. His ID number was allegedly 0112568.
Damn.
And he posted videos and showed where a tattoo of his number and said that was proof that he was a clone. Although a lot of people think it was a publicity stunt.
Yeah, publicity stunt, get his music going.
There's no scientific proof, no medical or genetic evidence, and many statements were exaggerated or inconsistent.
Yep.
And it happened during a promotional period where he was trying to push his music and stuff.
Right. So I wouldn't doubt that could be possible too as well.
I feel like something like that. It's not that cloning isn't possible. I definitely believe it is, but I feel like either be some of the wealthiest elite people alive to request it done, or you have to be someone again with a huge following and being problematic. I don't feel like the money that it would cost to do this would be to some nobody that no one's heard of.
Right, that's a good point.
But like, there are definitely Gucci Mane. I still feel like Gucci Mane got cloned.
Oh, you think so?
You don't act the same.
Yeah, but that's what the people were saying is they have a change in personality, a change in looks. Some people were saying that what's that rapper from Philly, Meek Mills?
Yeah.
He came out of jail and his tattoos were on the wrong side or some shit. I don't know. I don't follow him, but yeah.
And Gucci, when he got out of prison, it started all when he got out of prison. It said he looked healthier and slimmer. His teeth were fixed. His personality was a lot calmer. His voice sounded different. Fans joked that the real Gucci Mane died in prison and was replaced by a clone.
The only thing I'll say with that is I just don't know why they would clone Gucci Mane. He wasn't exactly...
Well,
to control the certain demographic of people.
But he wouldn't go after... Like, there's way bigger
artists you can get to, yeah.
Clone Drake.
I mean, there's those theories about Eminem, Kanye West.
Oh, man.
Years.
Well, I don't think Kanye was cloned. I feel like they got him with some MK Ultra type.
That's what I think, yeah. They just zombified the fuck out of him multiple times over. Now he just signed a contract saying he apologized to the Jays. Sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, some bullshit. I don't know. They're doing something with him.
Well, the Eminem one's kind of interesting because he had changes in his facial appearance, his style, rap, and lyrics referencing clones or mind control.
Yeah.
With like one of the lyric literally saying, "They replaced me."
Mm-hmm. And that's what I think. There's a good chance they're probably just MK Ultra people mind controlling a lot of these celebrities, not necessarily cloning them.
I'm feeling great. I feel nervous. You know what? They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic they do the memory erasure, you know?
If you could remember, struggle, tell me. Give me a date.
I was reading where they were saying if they were, or if we do have technology to clone people. Some whistleblowers are saying we do have technology to clone, but the clone only lasts 3 to 6 years. So they have to keep replacing it and keep replacing it. And that's too much gymnastics, too much money, too much time. You better use mind control. But I don't know, because see, the thing is, these celebrities and politicians, they'll sort of go off grid and not really stay in line with the quote unquote agenda, the globalists, whatever agendas they want. And then that's when they get to them. Like, we're going to stop wars. We're going to end all these wars. And they come back and, we're going to keep the wars going. We're going to start going to war with Iran, keep troops in Afghanistan. And that's when you get into the thing. Maybe they were replaced with a controlled, robo-toy serving the shadow government.
There's always there's like a pattern. The person will go away for a while.
Yeah.
And then
come back
and seem completely different. And that's why people believe the theories and stuff. Like a big example, Dave Chappelle going to Africa. You know, people believe he's cloned. A lot of people believe he just got buff and But
he got a little darker, a little bigger. Some people say he got a little taller. His voice is different. I don't know. Yeah.
People close to Dave Chappelle also have, said that they don't think that it's really the same Dave, and that they don't know that he's a clone. That could just mean they fucked up his mind and changed him. They put him on certain medicines and fucking now they.
They can just MK Ultra people and just mind control them. But I don't know. He still seems kind of like he's there. Though. I don't know about Dave Chappelle. That's a weird one. What you about to say?
I would say Dave probably not. I feel like he just did steroids.
And then right before he went to Africa, he was having a lot of issues with
health problems.
No, his show and.
The money. Yeah, of course. Again, they're trying to control him.
Yeah.
His case is he has a classic cloning story because they tried to control him. They even gave him money. He said, "No, fuck you, I'm leaving," and then he comes back as a clone.
And then,
I don't think he's a clone. I think it's him.
And then his interview with Oprah, if you listen to it, there's this theory that these powerful black leaders like Sharpton, Oprah, and like Bill Cosby, they were pressuring Dave to.
Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, he was on Oprah's show saying that.
Yeah, stop making fun of black people in a certain way. And
I don't know. He told what's his name, that Jim Brewer.
And me and Chappelle at that time were very close, and me and him would talk shit for hours, and I thought he was way too far into it, but what he was saying was right on target too. When we were filming a movie, and he also had a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
From HBO and or not HBO, Comedy Central and all this shit, right?
The worst bunch of people on earth.
Horrid.
Mm-hmm.
He then, while he was on the show, when it was blowing up, he came there and he was freaked out.
Yeah.
I said, "What's going on?" And all I could say is he was visited.
Yeah, that's what shit. I think too.
And when he told me who visited him, my heart stops for a second. I'm like, get the fuck. And I'll never forget, he went, "You believe me, right? You believe me, Jim, right?" And I could, he's like, "They came to me." And he said the names. I'm like, get the fuck. And what happened? And then all of a sudden he went to Africa.
Yeah, that's what I remember happening. But they never really said what happened.
And so when I saw him come back, there was a lot less communication. And maybe he just, maybe he just grows, whatever. But I can honestly say, maybe I'm crazy and I am crazy for saying this, when I saw him completely come back, I really questioned if that was him.
Yeah, I know, right? I think that's.
And I know that's really crazy.
I think those same things.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Brewer said that in an interview. He said Dave told him that Oprah and I think it was Sharpton and some other people saying, yeah, stop bashing black people because they're trying to install this black president. I don't think it would have made much of a difference because Dave Chappelle made fun of everybody. He made fun of black people, he made fun of white people, he made fun of gay people, he made fun of everybody. So I don't know why.
That's what Dave said. He makes fun of every group the same. He ain't gonna stop for pressure. And since he didn't stop, he said that they were fucking with him and
kind of pressured him. Yeah,
they were like showing up to his house, sending him like ass gifts, like a voodoo doll one time, pictures of his family like sleeping and they were trying to make him seem crazy, like they
did. That's what they. And then she said that on Oprah. He said when people do these kind of things, they want to tell everybody, oh, he's gone quote unquote crazy, when it's the industry that makes you crazy.
Yep.
Well, they're purposely doing that. I'm trying to think of the joke, but I can almost explain it. There was a special he did a couple years back where he had a joke where he's like, oh, if it's one group of people, it's organized crime. If it's this group of people, it's this. But if it's a certain group of people, it's a coincidence, and you
shouldn't do it. Yep.
About and ever special. Yeah, I could definitely. There is one group of people you cannot talk about, especially if you're in media.
Right. Yep.
You're in Hollywood. You cannot talk about the Jays. You can't do that.
You're right.
That's you do. They're going to do something about it.
Yep. Especially at that time.
Oh,
so
even now, there's too many shekel Grubers and shekel in Hollywood. You don't play ball.
And if you watch his actual interview with Oprah and knowing that if that's true, like they were like pressuring him, threatening him and everything, that's actually sinister, the stuff that she was saying to him. It's kind of fucked up and spooky, and you can see Dave looks pretty uncomfortable throughout it.
That's true.
And it turns out Oprah's not a very good person either, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, a lot of sketchy, weird people she's been around.
Yeah, that girl school she created in Africa ended up being like sex trafficking, and
I heard stories about that. Yeah,
the guy who was running it was like molesting the girls.
Molesting kids. Yeah, I heard a lot of kids that got molested and sex. Yeah, it's crazy shit. And John of God, the cult down there, was in South America, I think it was.
Yeah, that's the guy, John of God.
John of God, yeah, he was involved in sex trafficking. He raped girls and got them pregnant, and he's supposed to be doing godly miracles over people, and it's weird shit.
I mean, all these powerful celebrities are pretty fucked up. Like,
they're degenerates. They are degenerates.
Like Ellen DeGenerate.
Yep, Ellen DeGenerate. Yeah, I never liked her. She always came across kind of weird. You know, some about her.
Tom Cruise was one of the first people back when this Epstein shit was not even really being talked about. He gave United States citizenship, became a Greek citizen before we even knew
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Cruise, cool.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is a weirdo, Scientologist weirdo too.
He's a Scientologist guy, yeah.
One of the people like Toy Story. This man was he was really, what's the word I'm looking for here? He's like a family person. Like he seems like you could trust him. He's honest.
He does.
But he was one of the first people to get out of America.
That's right.
When people were starting to talk about Hollywood people doing rapey.
Yeah.
It was like, you can't really tell with anyone. Again, Bill Cosby, America's favorite dad.
Yep.
People never would have thought.
Never would have thought, yeah.
Anybody in the Hollywood elite to do horrible, horrible, evil things.
And speaking generous, did you in Epstein, did you notice her background of her show was like pretty much his little
the Epstein Island? Yeah.
And then
that's strange.
That sweater where it looks like a peeled face and stuff.
I mean that sweater. Yeah, a lot of people wear that. So I think Jay-Z had that sweater on too.
It's a pretty freaking dark if it's true. And from what we Epstein files, it's easy to believe. Yeah, it is true.
Yeah.
The one before Epstein was that the something Grove,
Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove. We were already like, oh, the rich elites are doing weird cult shit.
Right.
You can't even get near that place without.
My favorite thing about in Grove was Richard Nixon saying it's the most faggoty thing he's ever seen.
They're pretty gay.
Yeah, Richard Nixon wasn't about that shit.
Yeah. Selena Gomez. Now, I don't know anything about her. Did y'all watch her when y'all were young?
Yeah. She was in Wizards of Waverly Place.
Mm.
I used to have a little crush on her.
Ah.
But now looking at her, I'm like, yikes.
So okay, looking at it, did she give off that same impression, like personality change, looks change, might have been replaced?
Yeah, she doesn't look the same at all.
Okay.
There's a lot of people say that her and Justin Bieber had a kid.
I heard about that, yeah.
That the elites like either took their kid or threatened to take their kid. And she died shortly after that.
I did hear that theory. Now, did they? Okay, so is that public? Did she really have a kid, or did they like have a kid in secret? Is that in itself a conspiracy theory? I don't know.
We're gonna have a kid, and then she lost it.
She lost the kid. Okay, so the conspiracy is she actually had the kid.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. In secret, her and Justin Bieber.
Yeah, Justin Bieber has a song. I think it's called Ghosts, where he talks about how her memories like ecstasy and stuff, and it people think it's admitting that he knows Selena's dead and he can never be with her again because the real life of Selena died.
Okay, so it's like code singing. She actually is dead.
Yeah, but it's funny because if you ask Justin about the song, he says it's about his grandpa. I don't know why memories of his grandpa would be like ecstasy, you know. That's kind of strange thing about Gramps, but hey, you know.
Yeah.
He's Canadian. Canadians are weird. And poor Justin Bieber, I mean, he went through hell with P. Diddy.
Yeah. That was interesting because isn't the story his musical story has nothing to do with P. Diddy, right? That was like a shocker that he ended up hanging out with P. Diddy at 14 or something, or 15?
No, because Usher kind of...
Okay.
What's the word I'm looking for here? Kind of took him under his wing.
Took him under his wing, okay.
Mentor, and then through Usher, he got...
Oh, okay. And that's how he got big, okay. I knew there was an Usher connection, but I didn't know it was public, I guess. I thought he just kind of blew up off the street, and then because that's how he started, like making music when like on YouTube or something. Or like at the park, and just playing music, and they're like, "Oh, I like this kid. He's young, he's cute, he's got a good voice. Let's sign him up, give him a deal."
Yeah, Usher saw his video on YouTube, and I think. Yeah.
Okay, and then next thing you know, he's at P. Diddy's house hanging out. Yeah.
And P. Diddy about how he's under his
tutelage.
I own Justin for these 48 hours.
Yeah, he's under his guardianship.
He's like, Justin's getting to live the life, dude. This is a 15-year-old's dream.
Yep.
Which is kind of fucking weird.
Under his guardianship. Yeah. And he said, we're going buck full, whatever that means.
Usher was taking a swing too, and was...
Yeah, exactly. He said he saw some strange things at that party, at those parties.
You can only imagine.
You can only imagine, yeah. So, let's talk about Jim Carrey real quick. What do y'all think about Jim Carrey? Clone or that's the big talk now.
I mean, he definitely doesn't look the same.
Yeah. Face, mannerisms.
Eye color. Using his right hand when he's known to be a left-handed person. I know some people think he's playing the role of Jim Carrey.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's the movie The Mask, where he puts on a mask and his personality changes to this wild, crazy person. There's a good chance that may be Jim Carrey in a Jim Carrey mask, because you know how silly Jim Carrey is. Changes his voice, uses his other hand, get people talking.
Jim Carrey says that Jim Carrey is a role, it's a play.
He's just playing another role of himself.
Yes.
Some people speculate that he was playing Biden when Biden was president in certain cases.
Which, if that was the case, I could see them taking him out because they don't want people to know the truth.
Yep.
But I know also there was a theory that it was a famous makeup artist who was wearing a Jim Carrey mask, but that has been debunked.
So that leads into presidents like Biden. Is he a clone, or could he be like some sort of robot? Because I remember that video of him walking next to a robot, and they kind of looked the same the way he was walking. I don't know, it was crazy.
Yeah, his physical features changed as well.
Yeah, they did. That's right. From when he was back in the 90s to today. Ears, yeah, eyes, yep.
He got taller at one point.
Yep. So people were saying there could be multiple Bidens. And I think that is true with presidents. I wouldn't doubt it. If I was a president or a prime minister or somebody, I would say, yeah, get some doubles of me, because if I get shot, then the double would get shot, and I'd be at the house controlling it with a remote control. So I think presidents do have multiples. Whether they're clones, they could just be lookalikes. I don't know, or somebody in a mask. They got the technology.
Or a cyborg, like you said.
Or just a clone. They can clone them, and the real one can still be alive. They put my clone out there and have them do the speech. Now I'm gonna stay over here and do this on this side.
I think Biden was never really in charge while he was president.
No. Is any president really in charge though?
He was probably with ice cream, just watching TV.
Yeah, he probably didn't do anything. Yeah.
Because it comes out later that they use the auto pen to sign everything.
That's right.
Which, if that's the case, who's actually running the country then?
And that's what I do like, because I don't think presidents run the country anyway. I think since the assassination of Kennedy, presidential power has been in decline, and their influence has been very limited. They still have power, but I think it's very limited. I think the last president to have a lot of power was probably George Bush Sr., because he was a CIA director, so he had information on a lot of shit.
Yeah.
He's probably the last powerful president. They were saying he was like the top dog in the shadow government. He was like, like if a reptilian became president.
Before us, the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order.
What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order, where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind: peace and security, freedom, and the rule of law.
Would not surprise me whatsoever.
Yeah, he's shapeshifter. You have these theories. He was one of the top dogs in the shadow government, and he ended up becoming president. Of course, he only served one term by design, I think, because he was controlling Reagan. And then he controlled George Bush, obviously, along with Dick Cheney. Like Obama controlling Biden, they still have influence.
Yeah.
And so, since Kennedy, the presidential power has been limited. I think a lot of presidents don't have the power, like Clinton, Bill Clinton. I think he probably had the least power.
The CIA doesn't want to divulge certain information to someone who's only going to be in power for a max of 8
years, right? Like, what's the point?
Yeah, why give them all this secret knowledge when they could be out of power in 4 years or even less?
Yep. Unless you're in the shadow government.
Yes, like you said with George Bush, I could see that.
Yeah.
Because it was high up in the intelligence.
Yep. And if they are cloning people, who would be the one controlling the clone? I don't think the president would be controlling it. Maybe George Bush controlled his clone. I don't know.
Clone aid.
So clone aid is the real power in this country.
Could be, or it could be the bankers.
I mean, I think Epstein may have been connected to clone aid, because Epstein was into that kind of shit. What did he say? He wanted to have a clone. He wanted to have multiple clones of himself. Or he wanted to pregnate a lot of women so he could have multiples of himself. Something weird.
Yeah, like 30 women at a time or something.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, Jesus Christ, my guy, I don't think you can sire 30 babies.
It's interesting to see that this stuff is now mainstream. Like, you type in cloning, it was this article a few days old from a Hollywood Reporter. Like, why is the internet obsessed with celebrity clone conspiracy theories? There's a mainstream magazine.
I know when Dolly the Sheep came out in '96, like you said, people were scared, and that's when the whole cloning thing went underground where they realized people weren't ready for that yet.
Yeah.
Which Clonaid allegedly said that they successfully cloned a human 1990 or 2003. Then,
Yeah.
but then they had to hide it because I forget what scientist said that they had three individuals that they cloned and were being raised and stuff.
Really? They said that openly?
What do you think about all this?
I mean, like, if they're doing it, it's got to be someone, like a president, prime minister. A lot of people are saying that Putin's a clone. But if Putin's a clone, who cloned and controlled him? And the actual Putin is dead, the original.
Yeah.
Because I think if someone's cloning somebody, whoever cloned the person will be the power.
Pretty much.
It could be, human, alien, I don't know. Reptilians, grays.
Now, all out of those entities, which one do you think is more likely to be here on Earth?
Well, the one people talk about the most when it comes to the evil ones is the reptilians.
Yeah, and
or the grays, I guess.
All these cultures across the world that had no all had depictions of
lizards and like dragons,
humanoid creatures.
In the back in the ancient times, they were talking about the reptilians and lizards. They also talked about ant people that live underground.
Yeah, I think it was the Hopi that said that.
The other question is who's actually doing the cloning? Who's actually behind it?
Well, if you see the Epstein files, who was he working for? Who was him? Do you know?
A lot of people were saying it was the Rothschilds.
Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner.
That name keeps coming up.
There was a point in time where they financed every world war.
Yes.
Every civil war of other countries, and they're not good people. Absolutely not.
Yep. They financed Israel. Yep. Funded both sides of the war. Yep. They funded America and Hitler during World War II.
Yep.
And funded Israel after World War II.
They were part of the starting the central bank.
Yep. Federal Reserve. Peter Better was saying the Russians were doing cloning. The Russians were the ones who were involved in cloning to make America more of a communist country because of the threat of communism in America. They're saying that was spreading back in the day, but they don't have to spread it because a lot of corporatists, especially now people in government, are all for sort of communism. We do live in like a sort of hybrid socialist country where a lot of money goes to the people, but most of our money goes to wars and to the top. Nick, what do you think about presidents being cloned?
I wouldn't say it's not something that could happen. It's just a matter of, is it worth doing when most of them can probably be swayed without having to do that?
Yeah.
I feel like they all take deals.
Yeah. There's too much gymnastics and money and time and continuing to replace people. Unless the clone can last forever. If that's the case, then maybe. But the stories I'm hearing, they got to keep upgrading them, and they age very fast.
They could use clones for like other things, though. For presidents, like going to meet with this leader, or
just real quick. They have one on stock, one on reserve, just real quick.
Instead of having the real person,
right? And they may poison the person, or poison the president, and that's okay. That clone would die, and the real president is still alive.
Yep.
Remember when they shot Reagan?
Yeah.
There's a theory that they shot Reagan, he died and was replaced with a clone. That's a very interesting theory.
Wouldn't surprise me.
But that's the biggest one. Who's actually behind the cloning, and why would they do it? Who's doing it? Are they non-humans that are actually behind the cloning of human beings on this earth? Non-human entities, non-biologics, interdimensionals.
Fallen angels.
Fallen angels, yeah. Extraterrestrials, extra dimensionals. That means, which is what I do kind of believe, that they would have the power. Real power is kind of outside of our time and space. The real power. And so whoever's in power, they choose which side they want to play on. Or they're highly influenced by those who did operate outside of time and space, I guess, to move their nation in a specific direction.